my thanks to the League for putting this forum on, and thanks to you, friends and family of all the candidates who took the time to be here this evening. I am running for re-election to the Grosse Pointe Woods City Council. Some of you sitting here this evening or watching at home on television may not know much about me, and so that's how I prepared my opening statement. I've been involved in several community organizations. I'm currently treasurer of the Friends of the Grosse Pointe Library. I work very hard on the library launch. I'm vice president of membership for the Grosse Pointe branch of the American Association of University Women. I'm also a very long-time member of the League of Women Voters. I grew up locally. I attended Regina High School. I attended Wayne State and earned a teaching certificate. I earned a master's in communications at Eastern Michigan and a master's in school administration at the University of Detroit. I've been lucky to have careers that involve all three of my degrees. I taught locally at Bishop Gallagher and at Dominican High School. I was principal at Servite High School in Detroit for a couple of years and realized that with a young family it was best I return to teaching. I've been at De La Salle Collegiate High School in Warren since 1982, for many years as a teacher and department head, and for the last several years as director of communications. I've been married to my husband Michael for 37 years. We've been blessed with 2 married sons and a grandson. We made the decision shortly after our older son was born that we wanted to live in Grosse Pointe Woods. And so we saved and we saved and we saved, and we were able to purchase our first home on Anita in 1978. Why the woods? Probably the same reason that anyone that's sitting here who's a resident of Grosse Pointe Woods has for having moved to Grosse Pointe Woods. We have beautiful neighborhoods, we have outstanding city services, we have a terrific park and pool, and we have a wonderful sense of community. From the Fall Fest we had here a couple of weeks ago to the Hobnobbing with Goblins, all the way through to our Memorial Day service. As my boys got older, I became involved with the city and have served on the city's Recreation Commission and Planning Commission. I was first elected to council in 1997 and have been fortunate enough to have the confidence of the voters to be re-elected each time I've run since then. On council, I've chaired the construction committee since I started on council, and as my colleague mentioned, we've almost done no construction in the last few years because of the decrease in property values. I serve on a variety of committees, but I think the most important thing I can say to you is that you can count on me to work for you, the residents, my neighbors, my friends, people who've chosen to live here in an outstanding community. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Thanks to all our family and friends who are here. I want to especially thank my husband, Mike, who knows that every Monday night I'll be heading out the door and attending the meeting. I also want to thank my fellow candidates. It takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there and to spend the time putting together a campaign and to articulate your views, not only here in the forum, but also walking in the streets, talking to residents and finding out what they think they'd like their city to look like. We have a tremendous community. I don't think anyone sitting in this room isn't proud of what we have in Grosse Pointe Woods. From Lou's Pet Shop showing up and bringing that scary looking boa constrictor. We all know that that's a piece of our community. I like going over to Mason School for their breakfast with Santa every year and playing piano as I have for years and years and years since my kids were in grade school. And I think I missed one year when one of our sons was graduating from college that day. I like being able to see people who were parents when our kids were growing up, and they're there with their married children and their grandchildren. We have such a tremendous community feel, but the way to keep that community is to work hard. I know, having been a teacher and an educator for 42 years in the classroom as a principal, and now in my current position where I have the best of both worlds, dealing with teachers and with students and with parents and alumni and with external people interested in the school. It takes a lot of hard work to come up with a good product. I'm very proud to serve on the council, proud to have served with Mayor Bob Nowicki all these years, proud to serve with the people who are currently on council, and I'd ask you to consider voting for me on November 5th. If you don't vote for me, that's okay. make sure you show up and vote. That's the most important thing. Thank you.